crazy times. The world just needs a hero to help cut through all the noise.
Well, now you have two.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the amazing, the incredible, the incomparable Heroes of Noise. I'm one half of this dynamic duo. My name is Steve.
Hey, what's going on? Other half here, just saying hello to all you good people. My name is Dan Ramirez, and welcome to episode 99. Almost said 98 for reasons that I don't need to get into right now. Seems somebody is stuck in time, I guess. Right, Steve?
Stuck in time.
You better get stuck in time. All right, full disclosure. I'm not feeling well. I had a nasty headache. I feel like I'm hungover, and I'm not hungover, but I feel better now that I'm talking to you, bro. So I think we are ready to do this.
I appreciate that. That's dope, man. You know, it's funny. Well, first of all, I'm excited, Dan.
Why are you excited?
Because something's happening really special this coming week.
Oh, do tell. Do tell.
It's our 100th episode, bro.
Yeah.
This is crazy!
I know, we finally made it.
Holy crap.
Like I said, it's kind of like we've already done it because we do have enough episodes to really, it's like we have well over 100 episodes if you count Patreon and everything else. But officially, episodically, this is the 100th episode that's coming up. Yeah, I'm stoked, man. We got to be talking to a lot of good people.
Who? Like whom?
Oh, funny you should ask that question, Steve. I've got them all right here. So
Look it up on your iPad, Dan.
Oh, that's fucked up, bro. I left my iPad at work, so you don't get wacky sound effects today. I was all freaking out. I was like, we were like hitting record, and I'm like ready to hit the theme, and I'm like, oh, no iPad. So yeah,
it's so weird. I don't know how you're functioning. I'd be losing my crap right now.
I'm trying to not do that, Steve.
Sorry. All right, go on. Sorry. Who's gonna be on our show next week?
Where's the notes at here? Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right, so. It looks like a lot of people wanted to be on the show, and I guess just because of, the date and time and whenever they I guess availability is really what I'm trying to say. A lot of people didn't respond. So we do have quite a few still, though, and I'm happy about that. Got all the good people. Just kidding. I mean, they're great. I'm just kidding. They're great people. Don't get me wrong, but they're
yeah.
I'm not trying to make the other ones feel bad because I can do that from time to time. Oh no, dude, what is going on with my shit today?
I was waiting. I was like, watch, the notes don't come up.
Dude, no, I'm looking at it, and the notes just disappeared.
What?
What the fuck is going on with Apple this morning?
Are they in Google Docs?
No, I have it in my notes on the phone.
Oh, on the phone. Okay.
This is really not good, bro. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to wing this one. Let me go to mail real quick.
Okay.
Dude. I don't think I'm supposed to be I don't think I'm supposed to be recording today is really.
There's a glitch in the Matrix, Jay.
Something's going on. Okay. Got him. Had to go on a little pause there for just a second. I'm telling you, there is like technical difficulty shenanigans afoot today because there's all kinds
something's
of weird,
going on. Yeah.
There is a glitch in the Matrix, as you put it. Yes. So speaking of the Matrix, did you know that they're filming in San Francisco for Matrix 4?
Gee, I was tempted. I was very tempted to drive out there.
Yeah, I was just there last week. I'll talk about that, but if I'd have known, I'd have been looking for it. But I was too busy with a beer in my face the entire time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question.
What's up?
Do they have a Twitter feed of filming now, like locations? Like, hey, if you want to check out this filming, it's here. They should have a Twitter feed for that, where you're like, oh, I'm in town. I'll just go over there and check it out.
You know what? If they don't, maybe you're the one that's going to create it. It's a lot of work, though. Sounds like a lot.
That is a whole lot of work. And also, I don't know how fun directors be like, really, you're sending just people... random people we already need to exactly. We kind of needed. Now we got to pay everybody as an extra.
Right?
So we have a billion. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Appreciate it.
Movie's not going to make anything at the box office now. Thank you very much. All the fucking craft tables.
Yes.
All right, so I did find the list. So apparently, like I said, something's going on because my iPad's just gone. That's on me. And then, of course, I was just about to read all of the people that are going to be on the show next week, and it literally just disappears. It's on my phone. Just disappears while I'm looking at it.
Dude.
Yeah, while I'm looking at it. It's not like I hit a button. It's just like, it's just gone. So I don't know what's going on, but I did find the list. So I know people have been wondering, hey, when are we going to find out what our time is? We're going to find this out. I'm going to work on this tonight, and I will get them out to you by tomorrow, all right? But these are the people that have confirmed they have RSVP'd. We got Spoiler Steve coming on. You know Steve.
No, what's going on, homie?
From Scenic Cast. That's our dude right there. Kevin Shanks. Finally, we're going to be talking to the man, Kevin Shanks.
The chemist.
The genius. And then our buddy Steven from Australia is going to be coming on. That's
dope.
That's dope. I think that's the wrong accent, Steve, but that's okay. He'll appreciate that. Johnny B's like, yeah, wrong one, but that's okay. Speaking of Johnny B, he's coming on. Johnny Bucks will be on.
Oh, yeah.
My man Paul Hart's going to be on. Adam Templeman, our man from the north, is going to be on. I'm starting to sound like that dude on Pulp Fiction. Remember? Vincent Vega, a guy out in Amsterdam. I'm just calling out people's location now. But yeah, Adam's going to be here, bringing his Canadian goodness to the show.
What's going on? What you doing? What you talking about?
You know what I mean? I'm interested. I'm very interested in talking to Adam because he's somebody that I'm fascinated with. Like he's always got something witty to say, and I just kind of want to. Yeah. I want to put him up against us and see what's up. You know what I mean?
Put out that butt picture on our on the Heroes of Noise with the button.
Oh, they said a butt picture. I'm like, is he's taking pictures of his ass now? Look at that Canadian
his
ass.
Button picture.
All that running. Rock hard, chiseled. All right, who else? Super Q. Quentin Roberts is going to be on.
Yo, Q.
Shannon Y is going to be on.
Hey, the local.
Yeah, we got a local. We have one local. That's awesome. Nana Pratt from Blurs Are Us. My man's going to be on. And then, let's see.
Hey, bruv.
And then, of course, Favon's going to be on, too. And then one more, Chris from ADO Radio will be on, too. And I think I got them all. Don't panic if you don't hear your name, because I got to find the note that just disappeared. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all it's going to be on. Oh, and Kevin McKnight's going to be on, too, man.
What's going on, MF Ninja? On Twitter, I see you, Hammy, getting all political. Yeah, guys, I am looking forward to talking to everyone. I am pumped to be able to go over my homie's house for the, second time in my life. I'm really excited about that.
I'm not even going to entertain that, sir.
Got to see the pooches.
You're going to have food when you get here, too. Vegetarian food.
Yeah, you got that thing, that
Wait, it's
egg
not
thing.
vegan. Yeah, vegetarian.
It's vegetarian.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you
that egg joint.
Yes, I know how to do those. I'm one of those copycat guys now. I know how to do like you ever seen the YouTube videos where like, you're like a Big Mac. Well, I'm gonna show you how to make a Big Mac at home. I didn't do that, but I made Starbucks sous vide egg bites, man. They're fucking awesome.
It looked good when you showed it to me. I was like, oh, I love those things. I thought you just had bought them from Starbucks.
Bro, this thing, I know this isn't a food show, but this thing is making me want to like not barbecue anymore. It's taking the place of the egg.
Wait a minute.
You know why I'm tired today?
Why?
We talked about me being tired. Because I got off at midnight last night. I went to bed around 2, woke up at 5 because I've been sous videing a pork shoulder. You know what a pork shoulder is, right? It is the shoulder of a pig, basically.
Okay.
And,
I thought it was going to go a different direction. I thought you were like, it's not really the shoulder, it's their foot. I'd have been like,
no, but you know what? Oddly, they say that they call it the pork butt. It's not the butt. You're not eating ass. It's just another shoulder, I believe, or another part of.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pork butt is not like a buttocks. Anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
I did not know
that. Lesson right there for you. I know you're not interested in meats. I get it. So it's.
What's the shank?
That would be like the. I think it's like I'm thinking flank. Like part of the back.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is flank. Is there such a thing as a shank?
Yeah, I believe so. Lamb shanks. I've seen lamb shanks before. I've never eaten one, but
we're making stuff up.
No, there's a thing called lamb shanks. I think we for some reason have talked about lamb shanks on this show.
Probably, but I don't know if it exists.
No, I'm pretty sure they do.
Flank, I think you were right.
Flank is just in part of your body, but no, lamb shanks, bro. They exist.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry to get all the Food Channel on you, but check this out.
No, I love that you know what you're talking about. That's why I could ask you these things.
So this is what I did this week on Thursday. Okay, it is now Sunday when we're recording this.
Yeah.
On Thursday, I got this. I believe it's like somewhere between 7 and 9 pound pork shoulder, right?
Jesus.
And I do this light smoke on it. Now I'm going to critique myself and say that next time I do this, I'm going to have to add a little more heat to it because it didn't really get the smoke I wanted. However. Looking forward, it's going to be better because now we can utilize that meat and do different things with it, like carnitas or pulled pork sandwiches or what have you, Steve. You know what I mean? So
wait, does it just like fall off? Well,
I'm getting there. You need to just calm the hell down for a second. Let me finish my story.
Wait to hear
you need
this.
to just shut your mouth for a second. I'm talking barbecue, kind of. Actually, I'm not talking barbecue. So anyway, I smoked this thing, very light smoke, and I think I could have put a little bit more on it. I did that for about 3 hours. This was on Thursday, right?
Okay.
Then I got this thing. I put it into vacuum sealer bags. I double bagged it.
Wow.
Vacuum sealed it and put it into the sous vide. It's a water bath, bro. You sink this thing into this little tub and you turn on that sous vide water circulator. And I've been cooking this thing at 145 degrees for 60 hours.
Dog.
60 hours.
What?
I was afraid I was going to burn my house down or some shit.
Dude.
Ever since This Is Us, I have a weird thing about plugged-in
Oh,
appliances.
say with me.
When I
Say
sleep.
with me.
It's fucked up.
Crock pot, never going to happen again.
No, I'm just surrounded by death. I'm looking at it all right now. But anyway, I probably could have let it go longer because, I mean, if you're going 60 hours, what's 61, 62 hours? But I was all ready to do this thing. So I got up in the morning. I fired up my barbecue pit again because I was going to sear it, turn it all nice and crusty and everything like that.
Nice.
And so when I pulled it out, to answer your question, yes, super tender. Like you just grab onto the little shoulder bone and just pull it right out. The scapula, you just pull it right out.
Come on.
There was no meat on it. Just whoop, just pulled it right out.
Come on, dude.
This thing's sick, dude. It's really good. Yeah.
You already ate it?
I just had a few bites of it, and then I went back to sleep. But I'm bringing it for work. I'm bringing my coworker some food.
Who?
Sandra. She goes to war with me every Saturday and Sunday. I can bring her some food.
Okay, wait. You're leaving some for the family.
Of course.
Okay, I thought you were bringing
like
the whole
pounds.
thing to work.
Yeah, here.
Okay, I thought.
Here you go, coworker. Here's 9 pounds of pork.
Like the Flintstones. Here you go.
No, I'm gonna make her like a pulled pork sandwich because I'm a good guy.
That's really kind of you.
Yeah, I think so. But check this out.
Very nice.
But look what okay, so that's all done, right? It came out great. Like people, I'm serious. Again, we're gonna get off the food in just a second. But if you like cooking and you don't have one of these things, you're completely missing out. I swear. Gail's completely sold on this thing. I've been sous videing shit like all week long. Guess what my next project is?
Oh, what?
Cheesecake. Boom. Making cheesecake this week.
What?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, you mean like I thought you meant with the sous vide. I thought that was your. Okay, what?
I'm making cheesecake with the sous vide.
How does that work, friend?
I know this needs to be another show, so I apologize if you're here to hear us talk about film or television, but who knows? It's us, and quite frankly, we may not get there. I'm just being honest with you. So, cheesecake, Steve. Want to talk about that for just a second?
Yes.
I'm not going to break down the recipe, but yes, you can do the same thing. I have these little mason jars. Same jars I'm using to make these egg bites, by the way.
Okay.
You just fill it with the cream cheese filling. You crack. Now I have a choice here. Let me ask you a question. Do you like cheesecake?
Love, especially the crust though has to be legendary.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, sir. We're on the same page.
Oh,
so
yes.
I'm going to give you a choice because this is not a recipe that I just went, I think I'm going to do this. This is coming off of my head. This is something I've been following, but I've been torn with this one part. The recipe that I'm talking about calls for a crust that is made from Nilla wafers.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It's pretty great. I think it's going to be good.
That sounds so good.
But here's the other thing, though. Given the choice, would you rather go Nilla wafers, or would you rather go, say, something like graham crackers, or maybe like ginger snaps, which I also saw on a video?
Oh, I'm going Nilla.
I'm thinking the ginger snaps might be a bit much.
It would be very gingery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for a birthday present.
For who?
For Fire.
Is it a birthday? Oh, 21st birthday?
I don't know. I think she's like 32 or something like that. I'm
Oh
giving
my
out a
God,
woman's age. I know. Sorry.
I cannot believe she's.
Sorry.
She looks great. She looks great, guys. For her age.
But for her age, 32 years old like a puppy, dude. What are you talking about? You old man River with your beard and everything.
Listen, and I just
all of a sudden
faded it,
everyone's
too.
a kid now.
I just got a fade on it and everything.
That's what I heard. I'm keeping tabs on you, sir. Our
got-
coworker
Oh,
is
really?
following your beard progress. Yeah.
Freaking, he's clowning. He's like, hurry up, but his beard grows crazy.
Yeah, he got a fat one going on now too.
He can shave it, and like 3 weeks later, it looks like that.
That's how I am, and I would totally
real?
do it. But I'm telling you, it's just the contrast is too much now.
Oh, you're bugging, dude.
Too gray.
You're
but
bugging.
seriously, like I could grow some hair, man. I could like fart real hard and it have like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Do you?
just
I
from the
thought
pressure.
you're always so clean shaven, G. You just like that.
It just works better for me.
I
yeah.
think your look is better with the beard.
Well, now I've got I told you I've been shaving my head with a razor, right?
Really now?
So
you
do you
did. Yeah.
Do you remember those toys that you used to get at the store where it was like a magnet beard?
I do remember that. Yes.
That's what it looks like when I grow a beard, so I don't want to do it.
I remember that freaking toy. Holy crap!
Man, I'm glad we're talking because I had a gnarly headache and it's going away now. So this is
Oh
good.
my gosh, the mustache thing.
Remember that thing?
Oh, and it came with a pencil magnet
A
thing.
little magnet pencil, right? So you could draw the beard the way you wanted to.
That brings
Taking you
back like
back.
goosebumpy memories.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Just like Etch-a-Sketch does. When I see an Etch-a-Sketch, I'm like, oh my God, Etch-a-Sketch.
I was kind of like a master on an Etch-a-Sketch.
I was not good at all. I couldn't even write my name.
I could do some cool shit with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Could you?
Not like the stuff that you have. Like these days, I wouldn't be putting it up on Instagram or something. But for a kid, I had pretty good control of that thing.
Okay, did your friends do this too, like when you were little with Etch-a-Sketch, where you would just make a square, then go in a little more, then make the same square, then go in a little more, so it just looks like by the time, like hours of work, it looks like you're going through a tunnel by the time you're doing it.
Because that's the easiest thing to do, because it's all straight lines.
I thought I invented that, and my mom was like, what are you, everyone do? I was like, really? I think I made this up.
Your mom's like, way to be original, you little shit. Worthless.
I was like, Mom, brace yourself.
Get ready. I'm about to show you the creation of fire with my squares. Steve Hudson.
I was so dope, G. I thought I was. Oh, and I also thought about something else this week, G.
What's that?
I'm almost sure I did, because I thought about you when I thought about it, so I must have told you.
Okay.
Okay. You can like, I love Fresno.
As do I.
You can tell how much you love your city by how much it means to see it on a movie poster. I
I don't think we've talked about this, so you're okay. And I do get excited that way.
So here's the, if I'm just like, oh, I love Fresno. If I'm like, hey, this is Taylor's River coming up in July.
Taylor's.
Fresno B says 4 stars. I'd be like,
yeah.
So I'd be like,
well, you know what it is? It's like we're a quaint town. We're a quaint city. We have our share of problems, right? But we're not like the mecca of entertainment.
But I should be proud that Fresno B says it.
Yeah, but no one gives a fuck. No one cares that someone from the Fresno B commented on something. I think our only like minor celebrity to make it out of the Fresno B would be a guy named Mark Osegueda. Do you know who that is? He used to write the sports columns, and now he works for Yahoo Sports.
Oh, no, there's a bigger celebrity than that.
For the Fresno B?
Oh, not Fresno. I thought you meant Fresno.
No, you're referring to Audra McDonald, right?
I didn't know she had a street. Like selling Doritos on his Audra McDowell's street.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw that. That's right.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't know. But yeah, I was like, because I was looking at a movie, and I was like, oh, I want to get this. He said, Fresno B gives it 4 stars. I'm like, oh.
Bro, we have an even bigger star than that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't say it. Okay, number 1, William Soroyan.
Yeah, but was he a star?
I don't think so. Probably
star or
racist,
superstar,
too.
Steve William Soroyan.
I would say.
I don't even know if he makes it as a star.
I don't even know if he makes it. He makes it as a star here.
He is a luminance from a star.
There we go. For here, he's a star.
Now, for a small town, he's a star.
I heard y'all were big on when like Timmy T blew up.
Oh, Timmy T. I forgot about him. Z-lister, Timmy T. Do you remember that song?
Yes, I do.
See, this is why I'm pissed. I don't have my goddamn iPad with me right now. We could be having a Timmy T conversation. One more try.
Yes. When I came here, they were just like, hey, you know Timmy T's from here. I'm like, y'all are bragging about that?
Oh, you just brought up a really... Okay, so Timmy T.
I love him, by the way. Big ups.
Do you know him?
No, but I just don't want to know if he will listen.
Then my conversation will now go forward. My story will now go forward.
Because
if you knew him, I probably wouldn't tell you.
So you'd be like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'd be like, never mind. I was just wondering if you did. So I remember this was like, okay, I'm going to use a word, but I never use this word. But you have to understand I'm using this word because this is something that Timmy T said.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Right. So, obviously One More Try was his big hit. He may have had another hit, but who knows? And then like that was pretty much it. So he was just a local guy working in Fresno that had a history of a couple of hit songs.
Impressive.
One for sure, right? And I remember he would like jump around to different things business-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what he did was he opened up like a used video game store.
Oh, nice.
Like BRE, I'm going local, but like, or GameStop, I guess, but old school would be something like BRE Software is what we used to have. Nice. So he opens up one of these things, right? And I think it was like on the local channel. What's that local? Like, remember Channel 53?
No.
All right, it's just a local channel that feeds in all like reruns and stuff like that. And it doesn't even have news or anything, but it's a local channel. And so Timmy T does this commercial where he's talking about, we've got these games and that game and blah, blah, blah. And then at the very end of the commercial, he looks at the camera and he points and he goes, "Don't be retarded. Come to my store." Fucking Timmy T went with that.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And I only saw it a couple of times for probably obvious reasons. But then
That is hilarious, dude.
Timmy T, man. I remember he said that. Don't. He's like, looked right. He had like this, those sleazy used car.
And where it zooms up real quick.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like the guys that work at used car lots and they have the sleazy suit and everything.
Oh, no.
And he points his finger at the camera like he's Uncle Sam and shit. He's like, "Don't be retarded."
Are you kidding me? I wonder if it's on
I'm-
YouTube.
I swear I'm not making this up. Please find it if you can.
Oh,
I would if I had
that's
my damn
hilarious.
iPad.
I know, yeah. Have you ever met Timmy T locally?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
Have you met? Okay, what's the
Never to the point I went, "Oh, hey, you're Timmy T. I love your work," because none of those things are true.
So there is a bigger star than Audra McDowell and Timmy T.
Yep.
Cher.
God, I wish my hat. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Cher.
But see,
Also-
it's up for debate. Because they said she went to Fresno High, but I'm like, it's only on her Wikipedia page, and I don't think it's been sourced.
Cher Sarkeesian. This is Fresno. She
For
was here.
sure, you think she lived in Fresno?
Yeah, we are like a huge Armenian community.
Is she Armenian? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sarkeesian?
Dude, I'm about to say something very, very controversial.
Okay, I doubt it, but go for it.
Naturally, she looks better than Kim Kardashian.
Naturally?
When they were both the same age, she looked better than Kim Kardashian.
Just on appearance alone.
Just on appearance alone.
I guess so. You said look. That would make sense. Okay. I don't know if that's controversial. I think it's just a matter of taste.
I think it's undeniable.
Well, let me ask you this, though. Where does Kardashian rank in your,
She
do you find her
ranks-
pretty?
No.
You don't? I do. I think she's annoying, but I think she's a pretty woman.
If she walked by me, I wouldn't look behind me.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's early, y'all, but April Fools.
You think would you give her like a scale of like say 10 is your 12 is Gail. 10 is like your favorite person that's famous. Where do you put?
You're trying to get me in trouble, bro.
I said 12 is Gail. 10 is your favorite person. So between 10 and 1, where do you put her?
I don't know. I think she's a hard 7, 8.
Oh, that's a fair one. That means she's
It
a
is
little
an 8.
above average. A little bit.
Let's go
above average.
8.5.
So she's a little above average.
Now, if we're going back like 10 years, or like 8 and 10 years, something like that, between 5 and 10, Steve, I think it might go up to like a 8.759.
Really?
If we're including 12 in the mix, yes.
I'm putting Cher at a solid 9 in her heyday.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Oh, Steve.
Sounds just right.
I just made her sound like Mr. Ed or something.
Let me look up. Am I making her prettier than she was? Because I
Okay,
used to
let's
really
do
been
this
into
together.
a certain video that she made back in the day.
Oh, no. You're talking about, if I could turn back
dude.
town.
When I was a kid, I was like, giggity, giggity goo.
She was already 50, I think, at the time.
Was she really?
Yeah, but I mean, if we were talking 50s, look at J-Lo and Hustlers.
Oh, no. Dude. It's not close.
I'm looking at it
Cher's-
right now. Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah, she was
Cher is
super
a
attractive.
fox, dude.
Yeah, super attractive.
Yeah, it's over, man. Yeah, she's prettier than she was prettier than Kim Kardashian in her heyday. With Sonny Bono, game over.
Okay. That's not controversial, though.
You don't
It's
think
just
so?
an opinion. No, I don't think so. Maybe to the young kids.
Lie.
I hear the dogs barking in the background. I don't even care today, Steve. I don't care.
Because they're adorable.
Bark away. You
They're
bark
adorable.
bark your little fucking hearts out. Go for it. I don't care. That's the kind of mood I'm in today.
What are you giving Cher?
What am I giving Cher? I'll
Between
tell you
1
what
and
I'm
10.
giving Cher.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just joking. Well, okay. In comparison to what I just gave, what's her face?
Yeah, you gave her 8.5.
I'm gonna go ahead and put them at about the same level.
Would you give Cher a bump since she's natural? Back in the day, she was natural.
That's true. See, that's the thing, though. See, now you just brought something up that really kind of hits home. Because honestly, I don't think that Kim is the prettiest of the sisters anyway. And on top of that, she had to get that way. You know,
Exactly.
there's a lot going on there. Yeah, you know, and I think there might be even fake booty going on too.
For sure. Oh, no, for sure. And Cher was just walking around Fresno High like that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Cher. For sure. She wins.
You know, I don't know why no one hasn't made a podcast of what happened from Fresno High to marrying Sonny Bono. How did that even... What?
Maybe it's our job to do this, Steve.
Dude, I bet you we could get Cher.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's no question.
Way. Oh, okay, then tell you what. Go ahead and work on that. Get back to me later this week, and let's see how that turned out for you.
I bet you, if I'm like, hey, we're a local podcast from her
bye.
hometown.
She'd be like, no, bye.
Wrong.
No.
Gee, I'm telling you, we could get Cher.
I'm like, what would you do differently, Cher? She'd be like, if I could turn back town, let me see. Oh, wow. So bad. That's so fucking like morning radio bullshit impersonations. I'm going to chill on the impersonations of Cher today.
Listen, all of your impressions are good. They're better than 99.9% of people can do. Period.
Thank you.
Your walk-in is crazy. Your Sandler is insanity. Seth Rogen is crazy.
I got to bring a new one to the table soon, and I don't know what yet. I'm working on an Alan Arkin, but it's not quite right.
I don't even know how he talks.
No, he talks like this. See, it's not there yet. It's not there.
I've never heard
Alan Arkin, he talks like this, but it's not there. You've seen him in the show Kaminsky Method. It's not there.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm with you. No, that was a good yeah. No, that's good.
It's coming along, but it's not quite ready.
You know
yet.
who you could do better?
Who's that?
Michael Douglas.
No, I've tried.
Have you? He has a very particular sound.
He's so normal, but yet the tone is so distinct. It's really hard to do. Yeah.
You could do
I'm no voice actor, Steve. I would, though. You got an Ice Cream Man around there? I hear Ice Cream Man.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it is. It's true. Yeah. Try this. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, the Ice Cream Man. That's so awesome that you have an Ice Cream Man in your neighborhood.
You don't have an Ice Cream Man in your neighborhood?
It's weird. Like, we'll get one every 5 years. All of a sudden, you just hear ding, 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 coming down the street, and everyone gets excited. I'll spare you the Eddie Murphy, routine, but we do get excited when the Ice Cream Man comes. And they're always the most miserable son of a bitch you ever met.
Oh, they're mad, dude. They are mad. Like, if you ask them a price and it's on the front of the truck, they might lose their mind. They might lose their mind.
But you hear ding, 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 and you get all happy. Oh, here comes sunshine. Here comes the Ice Cream Man. He's going to make our day better. And then you get up there and you're like, hi, what do you want?
Seriously.
Can I have a melted SpongeBob ice cream, please? Where the eyeball is down by the leg? Because they never take care of their ice creams ever.
In my brain, it's always Homeboy from Ed Wood. Because he's so, they're like, F you, get your own ice cream.
Fuck you. Can I get a carnation malted, please? No, you can eat my shit, you limey bastard.
Gee, that is such a good skit. Be like him as an ice cream man. Like, why don't you ever have to restock? Because no one buys from me. Everybody walks away.
Fuck you. Such a crazy movie.
That is so funny, dog. Holy crap, G. Dude, man. Could you make that skit possible on just like a extra bonus episode?
I need you to come over and we can utilize these sound effects and we can do all kinds of crazy shit, man. We could go underground. Could you imagine that? Just like, I'd be like, come on, Steve, let's go underground. And then like, we're underground. It'd be like,
that's impressive.
Oh, there's a leak because we're underneath my house, so just be cool. But there's a leak, so watch out, and the leak would be like.
That's impressive, Dan. That's really good.
So we have things that we can do, Steve. We could have adventures. We could go in helicopters. We could.
You got helicopters?
We could record the entire. Not at the moment, because there's a certain piece of equipment that's left at my workplace.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
Yeah. What do I have? I have nothing on my phone right now except for the and who wants to hear that, really? That's all played out. That's so 2019.
I don't think it is played out. I think it's always going to have a place.
You think so?
Yeah, I
like
so.
that. I like that you're championing for the bwah, bwah.
Because it's like if I get Cher, I'm like, guess what? Good news, I got Cher. Wah, wah. That's a perfect sound effect. I wonder how I imagine I just get her manager's contact information.
Bro, I don't want to discourage you, but I feel like
you're about to though.
What would we talk? I guess, you know what? Honestly, I think it would be an interesting show. If we, hypothetically, if we could get Cher on, I think that would be a pretty freaking interesting show.
I would have to be like, you came from Fresno, which is an amazing town. I came here too. I moved here. How did you get from Fresno to just Sonny Bono? I think it would be a fun story in there. You're like, oh. Well.
But is getting Cher though on our show, would that be like the equivalent of us being old now and being like, and now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about my story when I hung out with Mickey Rooney and Frank Sinatra.
No,
it was me and Sammy Davis Jr. sitting in a booth somewhere in the Tropicana back in 1967.
No, but you're right. It is us cueing a certain age.
Yeah.
But I also think people that are younger know who Cher is. And they'll be like, oh, I'm interested in hearing an interview with Cher.
Who would you rather have on, Cher or Madonna? If we could get either of them, who would you rather have?
You know, oddly enough, I think Madonna's more likely.
More likely as far as what?
To
Gettable for a show?
Uh-huh.
No way. No way.
I think Cher is
Madonna
way
still
more
thinks she's
secluded.
like living in the 80s and popular.
Yeah, but she'd also be like, oh, I think Madonna would be wanting to come on because she thinks, oh, this is a cool thing with younger people. Yeah. Cher could give a crap.
Greetings, fellow kids.
Exactly.
Now, I think. Listen, bro, I love you, but I think you're giving our show too much credit. I just don't think it's possible. But I appreciate it. At one point in time, I heard you. I remember you were saying that we could get Dave Grohl. I don't think that's possible either.
Bruh, I don't think anybody, especially from the podcasts I've listened to, that have like the same amount of reviews, they got Paul McCartney.
It's not to say that we haven't had quality acts on here, ladies
We got
and gents.
Julianne Emery.
Come on. Fuck off if you don't know who she is.
Like, we could get people, for sure.
For sure.
We can, yeah. It's about it's about the ask.
Let's get Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
I think they'd be boring, dude.
Do you really? I don't think so.
I think if we got them both on, they'd be kind of making jokes between each other.
At our expense.
Yes, and I'd have to be like, we're gonna meet somewhere.
In an alley, and we're gonna fight.
Exactly, man. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. So a while back we were talking about. I forgot to send it to you. Did you know there's a website? Remember we were talking about shoot locations?
Yes.
There's a site called Then and Now, where this guy goes to. I think he has like 300 movies. He takes a picture of like the shots in the movie in the exact spot. He finds them. I'm like, how did you find that? Like, the place could be totally different. He's like, this is where Leatherface ran at the end of the movie. Or he'll be like, this is where such and such did such and such. And so he did a Tremors one that's in California. And he did shot for shot where each thing was. And here's why I bring it up. They shot so many things in this place called Lone Pine, California, that there's a museum that you can go to with the props from Tremors and other movies in this museum in this little desert town.
That is some small town shit right there. Remember when we had Tremors?
Exactly.
We have a Tremors museum.
Come
on in.
Oh my God, I want to go.
This is a speck of crust from Kevin Bacon's grilled cheese sandwich.
It's not. That's not far, G, from what it is. So they're like, this is the grill from the truck. That's the thing. Oh yes, and then there's other like Star Trek was filmed.
This is a bearing that fell off of the trailer that Kevin Bacon was residing in for the shoot.
It's freaking brilliant because, like, look, if you want to shoot in our town, we get to take, some sort of stuff. They're like, fine. And
Little mementos.
Oh, yes, I'm like, I'll go to that town because everything was shot there. So I was like, I need to go to the museum. But it's really cool because he'll show you, hey, like in Sanger, the house from Roadhouse is there in Sanger.
Roadhouse.
Like, it's hard to find because he won't let you on his property. But here's the picture. I said, this dude flew he's like in Mississippi. He flew all the way down just to take pictures of where. And
I've
it's the
seen that
only
house.
thing. Have you really?
I've seen it in person, yeah. When I was, let's see, I was 16 years old, maybe 17. And I had this little high school girlfriend who was like insane for Swayze at the time. Like Dirty Dancing blew up, and then she was just like crazy. She was crazy for Swayze, if you will.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. And so one night, one of our dates was, because when he was, it wasn't a date at all, but when he was filming Roadhouse, she drove me out to that location to check it out. We only got so far, but I did see it. And then the rest of the time, I think these were 2 separate nights, actually. We had to go to the Piccadilly Inn. You know where that is, right? By Fresno State?
Yeah.
And we just basically sat there because she wanted to watch Swayze come out. And I guess she did.
You sat there? Is that what you did?
I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Okay, Jay. I feel you.
Seriously.
Uh-huh.
It was, I wish I had a better story for you. I was bored out of my mind because she was all Swayze. She was crazy for Swayze.
Did you guys meet him?
Sit there. No, he was coming back from filming, so it was all she wanted to do was see him walk in from whoever dropped him off to the front door. So I fell asleep. She saw that, but I didn't.
She saw
and I'm
Swayze.
okay with that. She saw Swayze.
Oh my God, that is really cool, G.
Yeah, well, for her, I fell asleep.
Oh well, I mean, the thing is, I get why people do these things. I would love to see, like, when I'm in LA, I'm just gonna go to this site and actually go to these places because I'm like, I want to see where this thing was filmed. I want to see where this is filmed.
Hollywood history.
Yes, and there's a lot of stuff like out here that's, hey, go to Hanford and you can see where they buried Homeboy from Casino. I was like, oh, I'd go. Why not?
Hey, when Gail used to have a cabin and her parents had a cabin in Bass Lake, the cabin that was, I don't even know if it was a facade or not. I could ask her, but she's not around. But I know it was like you could see it, and I'd seen it. It was the cabin from The Great Outdoors with John Candy.
Shut up.
Yeah, you could see it from like just a short walk from her house.
I didn't know that was at Bass Lake.
Mm-hmm.
They filmed it there?
Yeah, they did a bunch at Ducey's before it burned down and all kinds of stuff. Sorry, guys, getting super local right now.
Well, no, they like movies, though. That's a dope thing.
You like movies? That's movie stuff.
And I know Avengers was, where was it?
Avengers? I have no idea.
I mean, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel was in Shaver.
Shaver.
Yeah, I tried to get to that. I couldn't.
I don't know if she was. I don't know if she was there.
I think it's the scene where, oh God, you know how much I love that movie, so the name is escaping me right now.
Was it like her and Jude Law fighting?
Thank you. Yeah, her and Jude Law fighting. I believe that.
That was at Shaver, huh?
Yeah.
Dang, we should have went.
I was gonna go, but work wouldn't let me off. Now, had it been this last year or something, I'd be, let's go. I'll be there 2 days. Let's go hang out and be extras.
Are you thinking about seriously going to check out Matrix 4 shooting in Frisco?
I am not thinking at all about that, Steve, because I have to work. I've been so busy, which is why we didn't have a show last week. I've been super busy. I'm gearing up for C2E2. So I'm trying to take care of it.
And you want to make sure you're not sick.
Trying to make that coin, trying to make sure I'm not sick. I'm keeping myself I'm like the boy in the bubble right now. I just I roll around in a fucking hamster wheel.
Oh, gee. Thought about you last night.
What's up?
So I thought Melissa made a mistake.
Okay.
Because I looked on Facebook and I was like, Melissa's interested in going to see Tool a while back. I was like, oh, that's a funny accidental button hit.
Yeah, not my lady.
And so we're eating last night and I was like, it's funny. I saw that you said you were interested in some I forgot. It's someone I wouldn't even, and she was just eating. She's like, oh, Tool? Yeah. And she was eating. I was like, yeah, that's crazy, right? She's like, no, I love Tool. I said, is that right? She's like, oh yeah, it was from like my high school days.
I think you would like Tool. I think at the very least, I think you would appreciate them.
It made me, I know I'm on because recently, this last week, I should have texted you. I tried to get into Radiohead and I just couldn't do it. And I was like,
okay. Let me ask you this. What did you listen to?
The album with, not the album with that famous song on it, because they said that was like
that one
years ago with, Creep. Yeah. They're like, that was, go to the, what was that one? Some computer.
OK Computer. You didn't like OK Computer?
It was fine.
OK Computer
is fine.
Dope. No.
Fine.
Get out of here, Steve. I don't even want to hear you right now.
And I don't want to bring them up again, but it wasn't the same as in, like, when you showed me Coheed and Cambria, I was like, oh, I get it. Immediately. I get it.
I'm so mad I don't have my iPad right now, man. This is a bad time to talk music.
Fine.
Okay, I'm going to have to strongly disagree with you. I think that album is phenomenal.
Oh, you think it's a phenom?
I love it. The second album, the one after that, rather not the second album, but the one after, because it goes Pablo Honey, The Bends, I believe, and then OK Computer, and then what was it? Kid A is another crazy album. Now, I didn't like that one as much.
That's the one that I was listening to an interview with Andre 3000 and Rick Rubin. And Rick Rubin was like, Kid A, no one got, but I got it. I love that album. No one really got that album.
It's like, really cool.
Okay. People didn't like it.
Lots of people
He's a producer. And so I was like, you know what? I need to check that out. But first, let me go to the back. And I don't think Creep is as good as everyone thinks it is. I'm like, it's fine.
It just comes from a time. It's a great karaoke song.
Now that I agree. Like for me, I think Weezer's Buddy Holly is way better than Creep.
I think anything off of that album is better than Creep. Anything off of the first Weezer album is better than Creep.
Do I
that
know
album
the
is
Weezer song?
Let's see. You probably do, and I could play them for you.
Well, sing it. What's another popular one from that album?
Say It Ain't So is one of them.
Say It Is. Nope, that's Hall & Oates. Never mind.
Say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa. You've heard that one.
I've never heard that song.
I can't sing it right now. My throat's sore. I don't feel good. I'm tired.
We
just got a lot on my mind right now. I can't do it.
We always get into music, and now I got to give OK Computer another listen.
You should give it another listen.
Was it?
Yes.
Because I thought it was going to be like mind blowing.
I think it's just something. No. I think it's just something that you have to just sort of get it. It's a concept album, first of all.
That I did not know.
Yeah, I can't tell you what the concept is, but I do remember that it is a concept album. No, I don't know. I think that album just hit me really right when it came out. We had just gotten married. I remember like pulling up to our apartment and I could just hear that album blasting out the patio. I'd be like, oh, that's my new wife listening to that right there.
Dude, I
got a feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna peep it. You know, and it's so funny. Speaking of interviews, I was so disappointed this week because there was an interview between Questlove and Huey Lewis.
Wow.
What they didn't mention is that he had 2 co-hosts on. That felt like everything was a joke.
What do you mean? They were just like Yahooing while he was trying to do
Yes. Yes.
Too many
Dang
people,
it,
man.
G.
Too many fucking cooks in the kitchen.
God, I was like, let him answer.
See, if I'd have been Huey, I'd have been like, you know what? Fuck everyone here except for Questlove. I'm
so
Huey
nice.
fucking Lewis.
Thank you.
Right? And I'm here to tell you it's hip to be square, motherfuckers.
Gee, he was going from, he wanted to tell the story about how he even got to LA. And it turns out he had faked a ticket. Mm-hmm. He's like, it was before 9/11, obviously. He's like, so I was able to fake a ticket and get onto a plane and then go to LA. And they were just interrupting. I was like, he was going to tell the story of how it all started. Everything. Every song he wrote. But they kept on making jokes. Oh, it shows. You could probably get away with faking a ticket. Me and her, we couldn't. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, terrible. What was this? So I can not listen to it?
Yes, it was Questlove interview with, because every other interview Questlove is, I think he should just do it by himself. Because
is it a YouTube thing or is it a podcast?
No, it's on, because Questlove's interview thing is now on iTunes instead of just exclusively on.
I wasn't familiar.
But if you really want to hear a good interview, I would recommend you listening to Andre 3000 and Rick Rubin, because he really grills Andre about why he's not recording. And Andre was like, I don't have the confidence. I don't feel like I'm good right now. I'm just not there, and I'm battling with my old self. I am my own worst enemy.
Plus, I hate Big Boy. Don't they hate each other?
No, he's like, no, we're good. He's like, it's just we boxed ourselves into a corner by our string of legendary album. He said, I can't make just a throw-off verse. Everyone's going to be comparing it with me from 7 years ago. He's like, so I can't even do it.
What do you think their best album is?
Ooh, I love this album. I love this conversation.
Aquemini?
Ooh, that's a good. I would think that they thought their best album was probably Southern Playalistic.
What'd you think of Stankonia?
I liked it. It was just a little bit too commercial.
I feel you there, but I loved it because they were going crazy on that album. They were just doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Dude.
And I'm like, yes. And again, I think it might have just been when I discovered that, because I'll be honest with you, that was the first. I remember what's it called, The Box?
Oh yeah, where you'd call in and get them
You
to
call
play.
in
Yeah,
and request videos. God, that's old school. Speaking of, it's the same station I was talking about earlier at Channel 53. I remember sitting around watching The Box, and Bombs Over Baghdad came on, and my jaw just dropped. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Holy crap, dude! That's when Andre was at his. That verse was like, oh, he's. I think that's what made people like, oh no, it's not close. He's legendary now. Like, he is legendary. And he talks about Bombs Over Baghdad. He's like, without other outlets that he was having, he would have never, like, he was listening to other sorts of music. And I was like, I bet you, now thinking back, I'm like, yeah, he was listening to alternative music, which is what made him do that sort of rapping. He's like, yeah, I started listening to other music. So I started rapping different.
Gonna be a household name. What a man tell us it ain't gonna rain.
He said, cure for cancer, cure for AIDS, make a nigga want to stay on tour for days. I said,
You almost got me. You almost got me. I was singing along with you. You almost got me on that one. You son of a gun. I was all making.
You're like, ooh. Gee, you got
bad.
You would like the interview. I think you'd like the. I wouldn't be surprised if you listened to the Huey Lewis interview and be like, it wasn't that bad after the first 17 minutes.
Got a fun fact for you. Huey Lewis fun fact.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Did you know he's known for having a massive penis?
Shut up.
Swear.
Is that true?
I swear. There's a movie, I can't remember what it was, but I heard that news. I heard that news. No pun intended. I heard that, and then I watched this movie, and it was a really small part that he was in. But this news was flying around at that time, and it's a scene where he's like fishing, and he just stands on a rock, and he's like whips it out and goes pee. And I'm like, you know what? They're telling the truth.
Really?
It was like a baby arm.
Wait, there was a movie he showed it?
Yeah, he's peeing. Showed him peeing.
On film.
I swear. Now I'm
Huey
gonna have
Lewis.
to find this. Dude, I promise you.
I didn't know
Would it
he
be
did a
weird if
nude
everything
scene?
that I told you today was just a lie?
Gee, that would be hilarious.
No, I'm being honest with you. Huey Lewis. Okay, here we go.
While he was famous?
What was the movie? Because, yeah, his dick was out. Back to the Future. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to be like, oh, I don't remember that.
What? He was in Halloween?
Huey Lewis was in Halloween?
Or he's getting a credit. What did he do?
Wait, when did he start recording then?
I don't know. I think maybe he recorded something and not acted in Halloween. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm looking for the movie that I'm talking about because it's old school, like 90s.
So you remember I quizzed you on him. Remember that quiz? I bet that you couldn't name 7.
Oh,
Huey
yeah.
Lewis songs.
Yes,
and dude,
yes, I
you
do remember
ran through. I was like, oh my God, that was quick to the mug.
Dude, Huey Lewis is great.
He is fantastic, dude.
Hell of an entertainer, too.
But he right from jump, he said, I can't do music anymore because I can't hear. He's like, otherwise I'd still be touring.
Oh, I know. That's sad, isn't it?
Dude,
well,
he's
there's always hope.
Good.
There's always hope he'll come back, though. Brian Johnson had the same problem from it, singer of AC/DC.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he just couldn't hear anymore. So they actually told him, you have to chill, maybe not even come back. And then that's why Axl Rose was touring with AC/DC.
And, Sting, that's why everyone wears in-ears now, because Sting had that problem. He had tinnitus. And he was like, oh, I can't really hear anything. But I think it's so... I'm almost assuming that Huey Lewis has like a... his wasn't noise-inducing. It was like a defect. Something happened to him. That it just started... it was like a degenerative thing.
That's sad, man.
Dude, and he's... When I think of all the songs he wrote and sung... Like, I remember watching that... Remember that from... Not Nothing But Trouble, but that...
Do you understand how annoyed I am right now that I don't have the iPad?
Oh, dude.
It's fucking making me nuts right now.
Mind. I know you're losing your mind.
Yeah.
There's a movie he did a song for with... it had John Candy. It was like nothing... They were all like... And I remember he ate nasty sausages. And he had like a bunch of makeup on. And I was like, ugh. Oh, and randomly, Digital Underground did a song in the movie and actually performed it in the movie. And I was like, what movie was that?
That's an interesting combination right there.
And Tupac was in the movie. Come on. Nothing But Trouble, was it? Hold on. Digital Underground. Was it John Candy?
I'm still trying. Hey, you know what? You do your own thing. I'm still trying to find the penis movie. I believe it was Shortcuts, which is funny because there was nothing short going on.
Nothing But Trouble. Yeah, it was Nothing But Trouble with Dan Aykroyd, not John Candy. Don Aykroyd. And
same.
and Huey Lewis did that he just has a gift for making songs that almost sound the same but sound different enough that it's a different song. I'm like, you do have a cheat code somewhere.
Yeah, well, he's always kind of had like a slight doo-wop vibe.
That's what he said. He said, my first albums were doo-wop. That's all I listened to. I was like, oh, he is doo-wop.
Yeah, I mean, they even do the It's All Right song.
It's all right.
God damn it.
I should have said it. I'm sorry, G.
Man, I'm telling you what, right now, I feel like I just got back from the war and I'm missing a limb. I can't do it. That's terrible. I'm sorry to anyone that may have lost a limb, but you get where I'm coming from. Yeah, man, it's all right. It's like you probably know the person that. Here we go. Listen, I'm gonna do this kind of.
Okay, the old school way.
Old school way. Here we go. I'm gonna take us back to 2016.
How are we gonna start this again? You guys, 4 bars of you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh yeah, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. They say it's all right. Boom, boom, boom. They say it's all right. Boom, boom, boom. Say it's all right. Have a good time, 'cause it's all right. Whoa, it's all right.
You remember that?
That sounds so good, dude.
Dude, I saw them do that live on the sports tour.
Dude, that sounds so good.
Huey Lewis, I'm telling you, dude, like that. I've seen so many concerts. You know this. Like I've lost count. But that is a concert that I saw as a kid, probably in the 8th, maybe even the 7th grade, and I will not forget that shit. It was so good. They opened up with Harder Rock and Roll, so it's like the house lights go out and there's just one light above the stage, red light going.
Come on.
Yep, that's what I said, Steve. That's what I said exactly.
Wait, how many times have you seen Huey Lewis?
Once.
And it was...
I was like full, like balls out Huey Lewis fan back then. This is when they were at the top of their game. They were doing like concerts on Showtime of this tour and everything. It was a really big tour for them. It was obviously their biggest album, but it was amazing, dude.
Dude,
seriously,
I loved
it was really, really good.
I even loved, remember Doing It All for My Baby? I love that song.
Doing it all for my
so
baby.
Good, dude.
You know why? You know why he's doing that? Because she's as fine as she can be.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I fell right into it, didn't I?
You did. Well, you just said what?
He has a style. And his voice goes, he never tried to be like, let me try something new. No. He's like, I'm going to do exactly what everyone expects me to do every single. Because, there had to be a string of how many albums was like Huey Lewis nailing it. Like 4, right? A good sequence of 4.
I would say,
maybe
what was the other one called? There was Sports, and then I can't remember the one after Sports, but I think that's where it kind of cut off for him.
Hold on, we're gonna find this out. Was he? He wasn't always with the News, but that's what I know him.
I believe so. 4 is the album I'm talking about.
All right, let's see.
4.
Oh, dude, that was really good, actually. Let's look at his discography. All right, so Huey Lewis and the News, the first one, 1980. Do we know?
I love that we had no plans on talking Huey Lewis, and now we're in a full-on discussion.
Do you know? You think you know any songs from the first album?
Is Do You Believe in Love on there?
No.
Working for a Living?
No, but
then
Trouble in Paradise is. Do you know that?
No, that's on Sports.
Trouble in Paradise is on the first album.
Okay, I don't believe you.
I've never heard this song before, but I just
You know what? I am so sorry. You're absolutely right. So I really thought that song. Maybe I just incorporated the memory into seeing them live, and
I've never heard that song before.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's good. It's good.
Working for
it's like they were nice. They were.
Nice. Working for a living. Okay, so you know songs from the second album then.
This is the song that got me right here, man. This is the one.
Hear it.
Coming up right now, this is Huey Lewis at the News at 7 o'clock. Everyone getting your great drive time in right now. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in love? I know Huey does. He's going to tell you about it right now.
That's Huey Lewis? Oh, my God.
You've heard this song, right?
I didn't know that was Huey Lewis.
This is what I'm getting at with like the 50s kind of vibe. Watch, listen. On the next, you can't watch, but you can listen. Here we go. Wondering. I don't wanna be lonely, baby, please stay. Come on, man.
Okay, you know what? I already know something. Do you know why that's such a good song?
Because it's, I don't know. I mean,
Because of the
it gives
producer.
me. Well, sure.
It's Mutt
but-
Lange, dude.
But yeah, but
you
still,
can't make a bad song with Mutt Lange.
That's true. Mutt probably said, "Hey, try this, do this." That's very
Bingo.
true.
He just knew because that's
But-
not Huey Lewisy. That's not a Huey Lewisy song.
Sure, it is. That's total
No.
Huey Lewis. Get
It's
out
not
of here.
doo-wop.
No, stop. I didn't say it's all doo-wop. I'm just saying he's inspired by doo-wop.
But
he
that's
had a
the
vibe
most
sometimes.
different Huey Lewis song we've heard. That's popular. Everything else fills a bottle
Dude,
except
no.
for Mutt
That
Lange.
is- if you were to ask me, hey, what do you think of when you think of Huey Lewis? That's literally the song that's going to pop up.
Do You Believe in Love is the one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I remember when I first heard I Want a New Drug, I was a kid, and I'm like, ooh, this is controversial.
Did you really? No, you didn't.
Listen, he wants not only he's already on a drug, but he's bored of this drug. he's bored of
Probably
it.
talking about boning.
And it sounds to me like he's done several of them because he knows the symptoms that come with all of these ones. And he just wants a new drug that doesn't do anything that the other drugs did to him. That's
you really
a fair
think
argument.
That thoroughly? That's a fair argument, G.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the song I think about when I think of him is probably If This Is It.
Oh, it's such a good song, dude.
That's probably the one.
I don't even know if people heard
strikes
me. I actually whispered that, but that is such a good song.
Yeah, and you make fun of me. Wow. What do I say?
Oh, goodness. God, I have to find it, dude. I may have to actually go back. I may have to pull the raw files, dude, and find it. I have to find this.
You said, oh.
Oh, goodness.
Don't say that, G.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do, too? Is when I find it, I'm going to put some porn audio, and I'm going to put it over the porn audio. Oh, goodness.
I did not say that, dog.
I promise you, Steve.
Oh, wait a minute. Stuck With You is a great song, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
it
not
is.
buying
It is.
it. You're
No,
not
no, no, no,
buying
no.
it,
No, I am, but it seemed like it was, what am I trying to say? Like that one came out after sports. I believe it was on 4. And it was, to me, it felt like they were trying to recapture sports. If that makes sense.
Yeah. He has
It's
a
not
style.
bad. Not a bad thing.
I thought you would love
It's
that
not a
song.
bad thing. You know what? There's a song, Jacob's Ladder is a dope ass song. No, is it Jacob's Ladder? No, sorry. Walking on a Thin Line is the song I'm thinking of. That's a good song. But it's like a serious song. It's when Huey got serious. It was about like if I'm not mistaken, I think it was about like war veterans returning or something like that.
Oh,
It may have even started off with like a something like that.
You know, I don't like those. Okay. I think the serious songs, I have to be in the mood because I can't listen to that one Billy Joel serious song with the helicopters either.
Jesus,
The Saigon or
Good
whatever.
Night Saigon or something
Yeah,
like that.
I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this.
Jesus.
I don't
They
want
played. He played that, and I was like, this is deep.
No, he played that and didn't do. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Stop
I'm gonna
it.
stop.
Just
I'm
don't.
going
Yeah.
to freaking. That is.
It's a great. No, it's a really good song though. It's just like, oh, we're getting serious now, huh? Okay.
really good is strong.
I guess. No, hey, it's all opinion, right?
Oh, you know what? What do you think Billy Joel's best song is? Dan's best, like saying, in my household,
Wow.
this is his best song to me.
You know which one I'm gonna say.
Wait, hold on. Don't tell me. Oh, now I can say, what would Steve say Dan's favorite Billy Joel song is?
No, I was just kidding. Because of all my my begrudging thoughts of him not playing Just the Way You Are. That is definitely up there. But
let me first tell you what I think yours is going to be.
Okay.
I'm going Moving Out.
No, not even close.
Not even close. Well, then it's not going to be My Life.
No.
Zanzibar?
No. Summer Highland Falls.
I've never heard that song.
It's a good song, man. It's kind of depressing though, but it's a really good song.
You know what depresses me? The scenes from Italian Restaurant. I think that's the saddest story. Like, they were supposed to be together forever. They were high school sweetheart, and it didn't work. And then it goes right back to Bottle of Red. But I'm like, well, how sad is that?
You know, I really like Vienna too.
That's a beautiful song. That's a beautiful
You know what?
song.
I think Vienna might be my favorite.
Really?
I think
That's
so.
a good choice. That's a good choice. I wouldn't have guessed that for you, though. You seem like a movie.
Oh yeah, you can't be playing Vienna in my car. Like, it's one of those deals where I'll have to like chill out at stoplights
And just listen.
because I'll be belting the shit out of that song. Yeah.
Okay, well, now see, I would say your favorite Elton John song is ooh. See,
You know what? I'm gonna be really honest. It's very simple. Like, it's
I
guess
going
I just
Goodbye
like a
Yellow Brick
hit.
Road.
No.
What?
I think it's your song. And I know that's like a big hit and kind of like Elton John 101, but I
wouldn't have
really
guessed
like
it.
I love the lyrics to that song because they're written from a loving standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, he's telling the story to, I'm not sure who his lover was at the time, but it's a beautiful, like if somebody wrote that song for me, that's it.
You would cry, dude.
Somebody getting some tonight.
It would break my heart. I would be like, I don't think I could ever say anything that's such a, it's just like that song, A Song for You. When someone sings that song, you're like, Jesus, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But I would say, I do love that one. And I also love Someone Saved My Life Tonight. I love that song.
And Tiny Dancer too.
Maj
That's the
loves
song.
that song.
By the way,
Maj
Tiny
loves
Dancer.
it.
Do you have some? Who was talking about this recently? I'm glad this came up. Kevin Shanks was talking about this recently, and this is always something I wanted to bring up with you. And I was like, that son of a bee, he did it before me. But thank you, Kevin. So, do you have any songs that give you goosebumps when you hear them?
Yes.
Certain chord or
Yeah.
what would be one of those songs?
Africa.
Okay, fair enough. That's a great song. Mine is I believe it would be is it the bridge? Or is it the beginning of the chorus for Tiny Dancer? Where he's like, oh, how it feels so real. That, you know what I'm talking about?
When it slowly, cold.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the bridge.
Sounds
Yeah,
just like that. It
Yeah.
sounds exactly like that.
Yeah.
It's when he goes, do you remember when he goes, hey, hey.
I'm not going to sit there and sing online. Everybody's like, I don't think I'm buying Steve's album.
Yeah, Steve. By the way, guys, new Steve Hudson album dropping soon.
I sing exactly like that the whole time.
And who could forget? It's like one of those commercials. Timeless classics.
That would be so funny. We should totally do that, G. That's
Hey,
so funny.
I'm telling you, come over and we will have some fun with production.
We should have like timeless classics of trying to get to the part you want to remember. For instance, Africa. It'd be like, something about saying tonight.
Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. That's great, man.
That would be fun, dude. Hits of getting you with the part you want to get to.
I'm glad we're entertaining ourselves today. That's
Gee.
hilarious.
This is the most fun I've had in quite some time, friend. Like,
Brother.
legit most fun. I have not laughed this hard.
See,
For
we
a
need to do this more.
long
We
time.
need to do this more.
Oh, that's so fun. Gee, I can't believe time. So apparently you and Maj hear something in that song I just don't. Because he just is like, he thinks it's a fantastic,
As soon as it
amazing
goes,
song.
dun, 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 he's doing that. Oh, how it feels so real.
Yeah, I don't get
I
it.
get goosebumps all over my arms.
That's beautiful.
Every time.
Dude. That's
And I was
beautiful.
trying to remember what that song was because I was talking, I think it was Christmas. We were going to Tulare to see my mom. And the song came on and I went, oh, goosebumps, look. And they were like, you say that every single time. So apparently
Really?
it's true. Mm-hmm.
Isn't it about L.A.? I think it's about Los Angeles.
I don't know. I didn't really take it that way.
I think
It
that's the
probably is.
original. Yeah, because that's why they used it in Homeboy's movie. I think it's like it's supposed to be a commentary on L.A. somehow.
Okay.
I don't think
Rock and
because he admits that he doesn't know what. Like he's like, I don't know. Bernie wrote the lyrics and I would just put him to music. I don't know
Oh,
what
you
you're
just
talking
sat
about.
down and sang them, love.
I was like, damn, on.
I sits down at me piano, I do.
Dude, let me tell you something about his piano playing. I can copy a lot of pianists. His heavy hands, I don't know how he plays so. I mean, he is a heavy-handed keyboardist that he feels the whole, like if he just does it by the solo, it sounds like a whole band's behind him. Like the beginning of Take Me to the Pilot. Holy crap, G. That dude is playing.
It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's better than, you know.
Okay, who's a better pianist, Billy Joel or Elton John?
Woo! Okay, are we
Shots
talking
fired.
about technical pianists? Like a technical pianist? Or are we just...
Who would you rather sit down and hear play? Just sitting at the piano playing.
Oh, man. Keep it to yourself. Oh, if he started playing that intro. But then if Elton started playing Benny and the... Oh, my God.
I like that you go with Benny and the Jets, and it's just kind of like a dun, dun,
Glump,
dun.
boom. I'll be like, oh, my God, he's playing it. But then again, I don't know. Oh, man. I would have to go Elton. I'd have to go Elton only. I mean, there's no piano part that Billy has that's as good. Oh, the bridge for...
You were saying...
We're going to do a song that is not a hit single in any way, shape, or form. It's from an album that came out in 1976. The album was called Turnstiles. This is for all the manic depressives out here tonight.
Thank you, Billy.
It's called Summer Highland Falls.
Now you remember, this is a live version.
Yeah,
So
I would say...
I wasn't really going for the live version. It's just what popped up.
I would
Because I don't
say-
have my goddamn iPad.
So It Goes is his best piano performance. His best piano performance is So It Goes. Whereas Elton John, no one can do the intro to Take Me to the Pilot like Elton does. No one can. And then also his solo for that solo from Billy is dope.
Don't ask me why.
Don't ask me why. That Spanish solo is dope, but you can't do the intro to Take Me to the Pilot like Elton, man. That dude. Whoo! I'm giving it to Elton.
Okay, fair enough.
By a hair, and I think it's. But you know, it's funny. I think if I was talking about pianists in their groove, I would put. Oddly enough, I put Paul McCartney in there.
Really?
I mean, based off of Martha My Dear alone. That Martha My Dear intro, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that is...
Who did the piano on Obla Di Obla Da?
It was both him and John Lennon. John Lennon actually came up with the bum 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 bum, but it's both him and John doing it.
It's so weird that we're having this conversation. So last night, I was thinking of, and I could probably save this, of course, but I wanted to do some kind of a bit where, not a bit, but like a segment where we talk about songs that sound similar, like that maybe they're not even sure that they've borrowed from the song. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So listen to this.
Okay.
I'm going somewhere with this. Okay. And so on and so forth, right?
He did get sued for that.
Who?
Paul McCartney for Obla Di Obla Da, and I think they settled out of court.
Well, this is where I think people need to be sued.
Oh, I can't wait.
So this is The Offspring, okay? I fucking hate The Offspring, Steve. The band's okay. It is Dexter Holland, the singer. He has the worst voice I've ever heard. However, this is the song that I wanted you to listen to. You ready?
Yes.
My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch.
Terrible.
He tells me
No, still think obla di obla da, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Just wait till the chorus comes, and I'm sorry, folks, it's Dexter Holland. Here we go. Obla di, obla da, life goes on, well, life goes.
Oh, dude, yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I totally-
I want to do. I was sitting around last night thinking I didn't have enough time to pull everything up, and I wouldn't have been able to anyway. I'll spare you why. But I wanted to do a whole thing on that, just to the similarities. Like, are they doing it on purpose? Is it just something that? Because I've even done that before, and jamming in bands,
Parallel
and be like, "Hey,
thought,
listen to
yeah.
this." And they're like, "No, no, no, it sounds like this." Oh yeah, you're totally right.
Have you heard of The Air That I Breathe?
All I need is the air that I breathe. That
It's an
one?
old song. Go if you Google "The Air That I Breathe" by Albert Hammond. Tell me what this song reminds you of.
Okay.
Because they sued the person and won.
The Air That I Breathe by Reggie Hammond. All right, let me see. Reggie Hammond. Who's it by?
Albert Hammond and Michael Hazelwood.
I don't even see it, man.
Hold on.
Albert Hammond?
Yes.
Let me try it that way.
Go The Hollies. HOLLIES.
Oh, the Hollies is different. I saw that.
Go for it.
And that's all I need is the air that I breathe. Here we go. Now cue me in if you know the part.
Yeah, watch when he starts singing.
I will watch that, Steve.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll listen instead.
What?
Oh my gosh.
You hear it, don't you?
The chord progression's what's getting me.
Yep. They sued Creep, Radiohead, and they had to Radiohead admitted to using it.
Wait, hold on. Oh, is this Creep?
It's not, that's Creep. And they sued him, and Radiohead admitted, yeah, I took it. They admitted it, and they won.
Interesting.
I mean, you hear it immediately. I was like, oh my God. And dude said, well, I said that I kind of used it. And they're like, you can't just say that. You have to pay the person who wrote the song. You can't just be like, yeah, I did it, by the way. Like, no, you pay. And so they had to pay a bunch of their royalties to the Hollies.
Real quick, Steve. Now, I probably won't end up putting this in, but I wanted you to hear something that I heard one time. It was when they were take songs that are like if you just listen to a song and you think you're hearing the right lyric, but it's the wrong lyric, they can sound crazy racist.
Oh, I can't wait, dude.
So there's a Bee Gees song called "Too Much Heaven." You heard the song? You know that song?
I've never heard that song.
Nobody gets too much heaven anymore.
Nope.
Okay, so there's a part when Barry starts to sing after the first chorus. It sounds like he says, "You're a N-word."
Oh, you gotta put this in. Let me hear.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, that's so Bee Gees.
That song's the shit. So we're gonna go through the chorus real quick.
Okay. Oh.
Now after he does this chorus, the first words he says sounds like "You're an N-word." Here we go. Right here. I'm like, Barry.
Gee, that sounds just like it.
Oh yeah, there's a few of them.
Where did you find that?
God, honestly, I think I heard this. I'll be honest with you. I think I heard this years ago. I want to say it was Howard Stern.
Dude, that is so funny.
Which makes sense, right? But does that not sound like what they're saying?
That is so funny, dude.
I'm going to have to think hard to remember the other ones and show you.
Oh,
One of them
for
is
sure.
an AC/DC song. but I can't remember which one it is. But that one, I'm like, oh yeah, that's.
Oh, that sounds exactly like it.
There's no doubt that's what he's saying.
Holy piss, dude! Is it supposed to be "You and Me, Girl"?
You and me, girl.
Dude, that's not what it. I wonder if he's addressed it just out of funniness, been like, "Oh, that's funny."
One more time, I gotta hear it.
Dude, that's crazy. Gee, that is so funny. Because I imagine him about to sing and he sees the black engineer and be like, just to let you know.
Black engineer looks up real quick and takes his headphones off like,
heck?
what?
He's like, I just noticed something about you. I must sing it.
You know, this song is about observations.
I feel like there's two things I've noticed.
That's so bad, dude.
No one
That's
gets
so
much
bad.
love anymore. And
not necessarily coincidentally.
gee, that is so funny, Dad. You got to bring those. Okay, dude.
There's
the
more.
next
I know. I'll
episode,
find them.
You
Yeah,
got
I'll
to
find
bring
them.
them in. G. Or,
I'll
you know
find
what? We could have fun with the listeners next week.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Especially Ninja. I'm sure he'd find it funny. He'd be like, that dude said it.
Man, I'm telling you, I didn't know Barry Gibb was a racist, bro.
Gee, that is so. Also, side note, wow, do they sound good.
Right? The Bee Gees are fantastic.
Jesus. I thought it was no one gets too much love anymore.
Yeah, that's what it is. No one gets too much love anymore, but there is also too much heaven as well.
I never heard the heaven because I was singing love. Wow, they sound good, dude. They sound so good.
Dude, just listen to a greatest hits. Even going back to like How Do You Mend a Broken Heart?
So beautiful, dude. That
I
is
can
so...
think of younger days.
Who does it better? Al Green or them?
Yes, stop. Al Green. Just stop.
So that's
Al
another
Green's
one
like-
where the redo is better than the original.
Uh-huh. Al Green was like, that's nice, but check this out.
I told you the story about killing her softly, right?
I am not
think I
recalling it.
I think I did. But,
Okay.
well, that's a redo.
By who? I know it's Roberta Flack, right?
Yeah. The original was done by like a folk singer. And Roberta was on a plane and heard the song and said, I would love to record that song. And Quincy was like, would you? She said, yeah, but I don't know her. And Quincy got on the airplane phone, called the person, and was like, hey, she wants to redo your song. And the girl's like, you're Quincy Jones. By the time they landed, she said, I had the right to the song. Because Quincy made a phone call. Dude, who else can do that?
Johnny Bucks' friend, you mean?
Oh, sniff. Johnny Bucks' friend.
Yeah.
I
His
forgot
associate,
all about that.
colleague.
Johnny Bucks's, that also opens up a whole different.
Yeah.
Okay, remind us.
Now, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, my son brought up a topic we could talk about later. We were talking about best producers, and he said you can't compare Pharrell to Quincy Jones because they're two different sort of producers. And I was like, I'm going to talk to Dan about this one day.
I got some opinions, I think.
I know you do. There's no question. But anyway, you went to a concert.
The guy that sings like Curtis Mayfield being original. Yeah, okay. I got some opinions on Pharrell.
Can't wait to hear this. But you went to a concert this week.
Yes. Normally, I'm not the one to say this, but I do have to get out of here really quickly. But
Yes.
I'm going to share a couple of things real quick.
Can't
now,
wait.
I'm going to say a bunch of names that you do not know, Steve. Okay, but I'm just going to tell you about my experience last weekend.
I think you're making some of these names up, but go on.
Probably. So last weekend, I went to a reunion show for a band called Mr. Bungle. You guys hear me talk about Mike Patton, Faith No More. That's his first band. They have 3 albums out, and the thing is, they played none of that. There was none of that was played. They actually have a bunch of demos from back when they were like 16, 17 years old, and they recorded them. There was one, and they're all silly metal names because they were like a Bay Area. They're actually from Eureka, California, but they were like into thrash and death metal and shit like that. And they so this one album, and they always had a sense of humor, of course. So this one album is called, or the demo is called "The Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny." Okay, sounds like complete garbage. You can actually look this demo up on YouTube and listen to it. And I'm going to be the first person to tell you it sounds like shit. It's tinny. You have to like thrash to like it, and you can kind of see what they're doing, but it just sounds like shit. And I always thought that. I'm like, man, because they're all very talented musicians, and I'm thinking, man, I've always thought if they took this album, like I keep calling it an album, but a demo, and they re-recorded it with the experience they have now, it would sound awesome. And somehow we got to find that out recently. So they just did a very short tour. They did 3 dates in New York, 2 dates in San Francisco. I caught the one in San Francisco, and then there was 3 in Los Angeles. And it was Mike Patton, the singer, Trace Bruins, the guitar player from Mr. Bungle, Trevor Dunn, the bass player. Again, a bunch of names you probably don't know, Steve. And then there was Scott Ian. Do you know who Scott Ian is? Guitar player from Anthrax. Scott Ian was the guitar. Yeah, Scott Ian was a guitar player, and he is, in my opinion, the best thrash metal rhythm guitarist there is. He just has these riffs. He's not a soloist, but when Scott Ian plays, he's playing. And he's awesome to watch and everything. And then the drummer was Dave Lombardo. Do you know who Dave Lombardo is?
Lombardo? No.
Yeah. He is the original drummer of Slayer. He plays with a lot of bands with Mike Patton. Phantomus is one of them. Dead Cross is another one. But he is the benchmark for thrash metal drumming. This dude is insane.
But nobody from Faith No More.
Just Mike Patton.
Just Mike. Oh, that's
it.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, just Mike Patton. So anyway, they played these songs, like I said, with experience now. 36 years of experience behind these songs now. The talent's there. They're tight. It was fucking amazing. This show brought tears to my eyes. I've been to the Warfield in San Francisco so many times to see different bands, and this was by far my favorite show. It sounded so good. I'm watching this band that was a bunch of my heroes, and now they're reformed, and I think they're going to do something. Dude. So I don't know. I don't think I could sell you on the music, but I'm telling you, it was awesome. They did covers by, again, here comes the names. They did a Crumbsuckers cover called "Sit There," which is dope. They did there's a band called the Cro-Mags, a hardcore band from New York. Back in the day, they did a cover of them. And then what else did they do? They did a Slayer cover, and then they also followed it up with Seals and Crofts' "Summer Breeze." So it's like a bunch of thrash and punk.
Dope.
And then Summer Breeze. They do that. That was kind of their thing. They'd always take these weird covers and place them in weird spots. But anyway, that show was fucking fantastic. I hope that, a matter of fact, you can see this show if you have any interest whatsoever in seeing this show. I will try to remember to put a link to it in the notes. It's not my video. I didn't record it, but it was done in 4K, and you can watch the entire show. Super dope. And they opened up with "Won't You Be My Neighbor," Mr. Rogers, which was dope.
Aww.
Yeah. Rest in peace, sir. But anyway, yeah, fantastic show. That's all I'm really going to say about it because it was just sort of my own experience, and the songs are things that a lot of people don't know. But Mr. Bungle, one of my favorites. I'm just glad they're back. I don't know if they're going to do anything else, but I can tell you that Faith No More is going back on tour this summer. No album to support or anything like that. They're just going to be playing, I think it's Switzerland, Australia, and a few dates in the States. So that's going to be dope. Now, speaking of concerts, I have something to say. I'm very pissed off about this, but It is what it is.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
I know there's reasoning behind this, but it's just, it doesn't... The name of the band and the attitude of the band doesn't match what's happening, okay?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Now, I think it's widely known that Ticketmaster just absolutely sucks. They have no system that guarantees that scalpers aren't going to buy their tickets and then sell them at third party? Yeah, third party. And they even let them do this on their site, which is crazy. So... huge news came out recently that Rage Against the Machine was going to be doing a couple of shows for Coachella, and I think they were going to do another one-off show or something like that. Well, they just added 40 dates to their tour, which I was just, okay, done. I'm going to go see this. And the opening act was Run the Jewels. And I'm like, sold. I'm going to go check this out. I don't have to work that night. It's a short drive. I'm going to see this show. So I get it. And I'm noticing the whole time that they're advertising this and saying, hey, tickets on sale in 2 days. No prices whatsoever. There's nothing said about the prices. Now, Shannon actually got tickets. And before I say anything, the amount paid for these tickets, I get. If you don't go to a lot of shows or in my case, really what it was is that I'm going to see 2E2 and I need to save my money.
Yes.
I think this is a really big tour to check out, but it was some of the other things that turned me off about the tour that I'm like, you know what, screw it. Even when that show sold out and then another show opened up, a second date opened up, I just didn't want to do it. So maybe I'm the one that's going to miss out on this. But so Rage Against the Machine releases their tickets. I'm waiting in line, the little queue that you have. And then I get into the room and I'm like, all right, let's look at tickets. And I'm looking, okay, nosebleeds. I'm literally talking last row, $150. Like, what the fuck? $150? I get it. It's a big event. They're back and everything like that. But and honestly, I think I've spent the most I've ever spent on a single band. I think it came out to like just a little under $120, and that was for an Iron Maiden show. But with me, when you go to an Iron Maiden show, it's not like you're just sitting there watching a band. There's a whole community. It's an experience. You hang out with people. It's you know what I mean? It's like it's an event. This is just going to a show and watching them play, and then you leave, and that's it. So not only were the nosebleeds $153, this is after the Ticketmaster charge. I think it came out to like $130 without it. Going down on the floor, they were like $600 tickets, bro. $600.
Jeez, dude.
And then they reserved 10% of their seats to combat scalpers somehow, where those tickets, just like, okay, you could be sitting in the same row that I'm sitting in where I spent $153. But if you're just one seat to the left of me, you are now spending $900
Oh,
for a
my God,
And
dude.
what they're saying is that these tickets, they're doing that because all of the proceeds are going to go to the charity of choice that's local to the town. You know what I mean? Like whatever charity they want to donate to in that city, that's what they're going to do. All those proceeds will go to that. But this is what pisses me off about it. It's not so much, I get that. That's kind of a cool idea. But what happened to, and again, I'm going to say inflation is another thing. I get that too. And downloading music, it all comes into play, which is why these bands charge so much now. But if you Rage Against the Machine, okay, here's another example. Tool just came back after 13, 14 years, right? And yes, their tickets were expensive, but they were under $100 after the fees and everything. Tool, I would say, came up with Rage Against the Machine. They're friends, actually. Why can't they have those kind of prices? To me, it just doesn't make sense. And I think that they could. But the thing is that I think that it definitely, they're just assuming now that their fans have grown up and all make that kind of money. And it's hard to take if you want to, even if I was just going to take Gail, dude, that's $300 right there, 300 plus to go sit and watch a show for a couple hours. In the big scheme of things, not a lot of money. If I don't like credit cards, I don't use credit cards. If I had one, that would be an easy thing to do and just pay it off real quick. But to me, it just pissed me off that they're not even allowing fans that may be, may have financial problems or they just can't afford these expensive tickets, and they're totally excluding them. And that's what pisses me off about that, because they're sort of, this is not, I don't think I'm really like breaking new ground when I say this, of course, and I've already said it, but to me, it seems like they've become the machine that they used to rage against. You know what I mean?
It's true. Because the truth is, I've heard people say, well, they don't choose their prices. You totally can choose your prices. You totally can be like,
could.
You know what? Yeah,
they could be like, okay, then we don't tour.
Bingo. And no, they're going to be like, fine, $20 a ticket. They have the power to do that. They do. They're choosing not to.
Yeah.
It's money.
And maybe you got to pay some bills. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's one of those, well, we could totally do it because everyone wants, like they've proven it.
Exactly.
Tickets are selling out so quickly within minutes. They've proven that everyone wants to see them, myself included.
Yeah.
I think I really probably would have I would have begrudgingly bought the tickets if I wasn't going to C2E2, but I can't just drop 300 bones and then take that out of my fun money,
And it would have been a good show, but here's what I'm not
It's going to be a great show.
I don't know if it's going to be. Here's what I know for a fact. It's not $900 good. For sure.
Nothing is $900 good.
No.
I'm sorry.
Well, if Paul McCartney said, "Hey, by the way, Steve, you're coming on my bus, and I'm gonna show you every single song I've ever recorded and the story behind it."
Okay,
face
but
to
that's
face.
a whole experience thing.
Bingo.
That's like
it.
VIP to the 10th power.
Exactly. I don't even think a VIP ticket would be $900. So for them to say, "Hey, but all the money's going to charity," be like, "How about you charge me $100 or $50 a ticket, and I'll just donate the money to charity." How about we do that?
Yeah. I don't know. It seems to me like it's a swing and a miss. Not for them because they sold out all of their shows. So clearly people want to see them. And again, I will stress, I would probably end up doing it begrudgingly. But I would bitch about that for a while. Like, can you believe the prices?
I can't believe they sold out Save Mart Center.
They didn't. They're not coming to Save Mart Center. This is Oakland.
They sold out the Oakland Arena?
Yeah, the Oracle, they sold it out twice from what I
shocked.
understand. If the second show's not sold out, it will be sold out for sure. Now, there's still a chance that maybe I might be able to go for free because my buddy has hookups and I'm really, fingers crossed kind of thing, because without a doubt, Rage Against the Machine, and this is back in the 90s now, and maybe early 2000s, I can't remember. Last time I saw them was when Wu-Tang was supposed to open, but they put on a phenomenal show. Like, the energy's there, they're angry. I'm very curious what they're going to be saying because Zach De La Rocha he's one to give a lot of speech. It's
Oh,
not that I
yes.
want the speeches, but this day and age, without getting too political, I would really like to hear what he has to say. You know what I mean? But I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't give those prices up. Something annoyed me about that. It's like, you guys could totally do this. And not to mention, Zach De La Rocha doesn't have a lot of music out after Rage Against the Machine. There's a few things. There was this band called One Day as a Lion, and he was on the Run, he was on Run the Jewels 2 for one album. Or
Oh
excuse me, for one
yeah,
song.
his
Run
his
the Jewels
verse was
fast,
dope.
run the
Yep.
Jewels fast. Yeah. But other than that, I don't really think he's done a ton, other than just playing with other bands for, shits and giggles or whatever. But Tom Morello, with the rest of the band, I should say, had Audio Slave. They just did Prophets of Rage, which was basically a knockoff of Rage Against the Machine. And instead of having Zach De La Rocha do the vocals, it was Chuck D and Be Real, which
That
was
makes
kind
sense.
of garbage.
They were doing a lot of
fair
fair stuff, like
It's
being
just
at
garbage.
fairs.
I don't know. It just seems like that's cool, but you're just going because you never saw the real band, so haha. It just wasn't good.
I just don't think. I don't know why they're doing it like this. I don't get it.
I don't know, man. I don't like the way that ticket prices are going. But then again, I'm the guy that's still living in the. I remember in the '80s when I spent $12.50 to see Metallica. You know what I mean? Like, those things just don't happen anymore.
I'd be interested to see if Bruce Springsteen tickets are this expensive.
Oh, I'm sure they're pretty much up there. One thing I thought was really cool. This is back in. Dating myself. I want to say 99 or 2000. So, obviously some time has passed. But I remember the Foo Fighters went on tour. And tickets were already like $50, $60.
Yeah.
They were up there. Maybe not quite 100 yet, but they were getting there. And the Foo Fighters went on tour, and they did like every stop was $12.
That is so dope.
So it's possible. It can be done. I don't know all of the logistics and legalities of
If
how the
Foo
music
Fighters can
business
do
works.
it, Rage can do it.
Foo Fighters, exactly. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on, but unfortunately, listen, Shannon. I know you're listening. I want you to enjoy the show. Right now, I'm probably an extra large when it comes to concert tees because they do run a little bit small sometimes. So extra large. So if you can afford 300 bones for tickets, I'm thinking you can hook your boy up.
So she's
Shannon, think about all the entertainment we've given you over the years. You know what I mean? I'm not
It's
trying to make you feel bad, but I think that's worth a T-shirt. That's
You know
I'm
what?
saying.
Here's what I'm saying. You know what, Shannon? In my opinion, I think you should try to give Rage Against the Machine a Heroes of Noise shirt. That's how I think the balance of power is.
Yeah. I like that.
He said, yeah.
I like that, man.
Hey, it's about that time, homie.
It is about that time. I got to get out too. But
All
hey,
right.
guys, episode 100's coming up.
Yeah.
Super excited about that. C2E2's coming up. There is not going to be a show that week because I will be in Chicago. Can't record that one, and I'm not going to spend my time trying to put some shit out. So just know that the week of C2E2, no show. But maybe Stevie Jeevy's going to put something out. I don't know. Maybe.
I have a question for you, G.
Yes, sir.
What does C2E2 stand for?
I don't know.
I would imagine
says-
it's like
it's like-
Chicago 2 Conference 2.
Oh, okay, real quick. I'll just let's see.
And I was like, what does it stand for?
Ain't that a droid on Star Wars? Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. So Chicago Comic C2 Entertainment
Wait,
Expo,
C2?
as in 2 C's. Chicago Comic, so that's C2.
Uh-huh.
Entertainment Expo E2.
Oh, come on.
Hey, I didn't make it up.
Come on, G.
What are you- why are you on my ass? I didn't do it.
Hey, come to Comic-Con, C2. Like, G, we're not doing this.
I hear this thing is dope. I cannot wait to meet all of
gonna
you
be
that are
fun.
going to be there.
Yes.
Kevin just announced he's not going to make it. I can't say I'm happy about that, sir, but I understand sometimes you just can't. You can't be there. You got work. You got to handle your business.
You
But
got
I'm so looking
murders
forward.
to solve, brother.
You got to do that shit. You got to find out how someone was poisoned or what have you.
Yes.
But anyway, back to next week. We will talk to y'all. We're going to send out. You'll probably already have it by the time this comes out, but you're going to know the times. We can't wait to talk to you guys. And that's pretty much about it, man.
Yep,
we just
we're out.
sort of just thrown out the last. Dude, this is the last double-digit show we'll do.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah,
It's going to be fun. Can't
we're
wait.
big boys now.
Yeah.
All right, Stevie, do your thing.
All right, man. I love you guys. Going to see you next time. And the next voice you're going to hear is the dude. Holla at your boy. Peace out.
Hello there. I'm the dude. My name is Dan Ramirez. That's Steve Hudson. We are the Heroes of Noise. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking to you soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to the people around you. Peace.